Hello, everybody. This is Charles Harper, and I'm here with Candace Chira. And I'm going to tell you something about Candace. Candace is from my hometown. She's from Chicago, so I'm really looking forward to this. And Candace actually creates PLR. Candace, welcome.
Thank you, Charles. It's great to be here.
Now, I know you've been at this for a little while. Um, you know, how do you when you kind of come up with the topics and you're sort of thinking about the kind of stuff people can do with the content you create? What do you have in mind? How do you envision people being able to use the stuff? Because you got a really diverse set of topics, really good content. What do you envision when you see the person using your content?
Well, as you'll probably notice when you look at my content, one of the things is, and I say I'm going to do this, and I never do. I like to create a whole package.
Yep.
I always, oh, you know what? I'm going to cut my work down. I'm just going to write a bunch of articles. But you know what? Part of the fun of creating the packages is making the videos and making the memes
Right.
and other things that go along with it. So that when the time comes and the package is up for sale, uh, I like to give my clients, my customers, a package where they can do multiple things with it. They can educate their readers
Yep.
because we have articles and ebooks, and then I also like to have the videos because this way, they may have the type of website where it might be on, let's say for instance it was a health website. They may have, more than one health topic they cover.
Right.
So maybe they just want to have they want to put up an article from my package and tweak it, of course. And they might want to promote a product to go along with it. So I've got the videos in there, and they can use those. Or some people may not have a website created yet, but they could still use the package because they could take the videos and start their own YouTube channel if
Yep.
they wanted
Yep.
to. And I like that. I like giving people a package that they can use in diverse ways. Because some people are just starting out. They may not have a website created yet, or they may not want to use like a free blogging service, so they rather start with a YouTube channel or whatever. So I try to create my packages in a way where it could be used in multiple ways.
Right. So this is really ideal, and I'm looking at one package that you have in particular. For example, you have a Superfoods PLR package, and this would really be ideal not only for somebody who is experienced, but it would also, it seems to me, would be good for somebody who is new because they could, let's talk about you got some Amazon reviews, right? So somebody gets they've got reviews and review videos. What kind of stuff could they do with that?
Well, excuse me. There's a few things that they could do. They could take the videos and they could obviously put them on their website,
Yep.
with the review, and and promote the product that way if they're an affiliate with Amazon. Or they could go on YouTube. Maybe they don't have a website. They could start let's say a food channel or a superfood channel or a health related kind of channel. They could put it up there, and then of course YouTube's not the only one. There's Vimeo and whatnot, and then maybe they have a newsletter. This is another thing. So they could promote in their newsletter if there might be a book that they want to mention. Like in that package, I reviewed a book, and and some other products. So depending on what they want to include in their newsletter, they could do that too.
And this is really also ideal for people who they come to internet marketing, Candace, and they're a little uncomfortable with the whole make money online thing. But this though is really not even it's not business to business. This is really, creating stuff for consumers to buy, right? So consumer comes to this, and they're not looking at the internet marketing stuff. They're focused on the content, right?
Correct.
So okay, now as we're recording this right now, you've kind of got what it looks to be like 5 packages that would normally be, kind of the price of one, right? So you've got Superfoods, and you've got Merry Christmas, you've got childhood obesity, and all these things have, as you said, the kind of content that a person does not even have to have a full website to kind of leverage it, right?
Right, and a lot of times people don't think of that. I know there are things sometimes that are right in front of me, and it's like, oh, until somebody says something, I don't think about it. And that's what's nice with the packages. People might not think, how can I use it? I don't have a website, but there's other things they can do with it. They can even, if they took the memes and maybe they wanted to put them on Pinterest, for example, and then they could have a link in there to their YouTube video. So, they don't have to have a website to use that package to make themselves money.
Yeah, see, this is fascinating to me because I mean, this part of it is something I would even think of, right? I can't even remember the last time that just to kind of, you get out there, you're trying to do, I don't know, Facebook, PLR, you're not thinking about Pinterest, but there's a whole nother world out there, right? For people who are willing to reach consumers, and consumers buy this stuff, right? They're looking for stuff on things like Superfood. Now you've got something here for beard oil. Tell me about that.
Oh, okay. You know what? It was kind of funny how the beard oil came about. A friend of mine online suggested it to me and said, "Well, do you want to partner up on this? We'll create it together." And I said, "Well, sure." I go, "Yeah, let's do it." And his English he's not a native English speaker, and I think his English isn't really bad, but
right.
he's not as confident. So he said, let's partner up with it. And I said, yeah, okay, that sounds good. And I'll tell you, I learned a lot of stuff about beards and everything creating that. It was fun to create. It was something different. It's primarily, obviously, it's for men. And, I didn't realize about the whole world of beards and all this. And, it's something different, but yet it is something that I didn't realize how much, how the market was. There's a big market for this. So we created that, and that was his idea. I don't take credit for that, and that's how it came about.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that I personally use PLR for, Candace, is I like to use PLR for webinars, right? And so you've got in some cases you've got slides. So I would be able to kind of use this if I wanted to, let's say, do a webinar and then direct people to some sites that I have some stuff, right? That's the kind of thing I could do with this.
Absolutely, sure. I mean, you'd obviously with PLR, you're always going to tweak it and add your own things to it. But what's so nice is you've got the base there for it. Kind of like when you're making soup, you got the base. You just got to throw in some more stuff.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So now, as we're recording this right now, you really are you are a regular PLR creator. We're recording this right now. We're talking about your holiday package, but in general, I mean, you produce things on all kinds of topics. So how do you come up with the topics, Candace? When do you kind of listen to some of the people that are on your subscriber list? Do you kind of look out on the horizon and see what's coming? How do you determine what your next topics are going to be?
Well, one of the things I'll do is, obviously I'll check out, what's trending and see if there's a good market for it. And also, if I look at something that's trending, I kind of like it to be something where I think it's going to be around for a while. because sometimes like Pokemon Go,
Hmm.
it's trending for a while and then it's gone. So that's one thing I'll do. And then another thing I do too is like if I'm watching TV or if I'm out at a store or something like that and I see something, that catches my eye and it's brand new, I might go home and I'll say, you know what, that sounds interesting. Let me go look that up and see what it's all about. So that's another way that I come up with ideas. Stuff pops up in my mind.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and what I kind of want to wrap up with is, and this is something that has been an interest of mine just recently, and I guess I've kind of avoided this since I've been um, in internet marketing, and it really, at some point, it seems like I think all of us are leaving a little money on the table if we don't start putting something up on Kindle, right? It's kind of like everybody ought to have something because it's passive, right? Once you write something, you put it up there. Yeah, maybe we'll get a gazillion sales, but we all ought to have something. Um, so packages like the ones you create, and in particular, even the holiday packages, you could kind of use some of this research, right, to formulate something for Kindle. Would that be accurate?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can't use it, obviously, Amazon doesn't let you use PLR just to, straight out of the box
Right.
to make the book. But yeah, that's one thing I love. You have all your research done. It's just a matter of organizing it and deciding, read it over and organize what you want your message to be. But yeah, you have all the research done for you. It's right there in front of you. So that part is wonderful.
Yeah, no, that's what I like. So here's what I want to do. Um, guys, I don't know when you're listening to this, and obviously if you're listening right around Black Friday in 2016, I've got a page set up at the PLRshow.com Candace fire sale. But if it's after that point, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to PLRshow.com/Candace. And I'm just going to have a page there of whatever Kansas has going on, and I want you to take a look at it, and then just call me. I'll always have something a little extra for you. I'll give you something that'll help you to use it and leverage it. So, again, on the plrshow.com/Candace, if it's after Black Friday 2016, if you're catching this now, and hopefully you are, then just going over to Candace Fire Sale, plrshow.com/Candace Fire Sale, and I will put together a little bonus for you that I think will make you happy if you want to leverage one of these 5 topics we're talking about here: beard oil, superfoods, which everybody's kind of into now, childhood obesity, where everybody should be talking about that, and then your Christmas PLR, which we all got to start leveraging. We probably should be in position already, but she's got some interesting things here that'll kind of get you moving. So, Candace, anything else we ought to know about the holiday package and about some stuff that you may have coming up?
Well, yeah, a couple of things I wanted to tell you, Charles. You know what else is in this fire sale package? I made Superfoods Volume 2. So there's 2 volumes. I mean, Superfoods is covered from A to Z. And and as far as now, like for instance, the Merry Christmas PLR package, that's part of it. And even one thing to remember is even if you have all of your things all set for Christmas and everything like that, you've got something there that you can use down the road, maybe for next year.
Hmm.
Or let's say, somebody, a lot of internet marketers, obviously we have jobs in addition to our business, depending on where it's at. So like if someone was a teacher, for instance, you could print those out for kids if you wanted to.
Right.
With their puzzles, And if somebody is working in the health industry, and wants to give a booklet maybe to parents or something, to help their kids,
Hmm.
the childhood obesity one, and there's a there's a report in there also about soda, and how it's bad. And so there's all different things you can do with this stuff. And I mean, and another thing, and I saw this on a video last night, so I do not take credit for it. But but I thought, hey, that's a great idea. And what this guy does is he'll take PLR and he puts it on a CD, makes a nice little CD, and then he sells it on eBay. And he's not making $1 million doing it, but he had so many different things. I thought, oh, what a great idea!
Exactly. No,
Yes,
that's a fantastic idea.
right? That's what I thought. I wrote him a note on his YouTube video. I said, what a great idea. Because I had also heard of a guy that, and I don't know if you have a clue how you do this, but he makes apps. He'll use PLR and he uses it to make apps.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I need to learn how to make apps, but I still haven't got to learn it.
Right. Yeah.
So many ways to use it. That's what I like about PLR.
No, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, yeah. No, that's fantastic. Well, Candace, I appreciate you sitting down and talking to me, and I look forward to kind of getting with you in the future and just kind of being able to make available some of the things you have, because there are a lot of people who are in my community who they don't all want to be involved and make money online. That's the feedback I'm getting. Charles, I don't want to be,
Right.
I don't want to try to tell people how to make money. I want to do something else. And so I really wanted to try to expand the number of people that, that they would be exposed to. So I'm glad you got on.
Right, yeah, and I love being on. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciated it, and this was really fun.
Fantastic. Everybody, this has been Charles Harper and Candace Chira. Again, the plrshow.com/Candace if it is after Black Friday 2016. If you are hearing this during the holiday season, head on over to the plrshow.com/Candace Fire Sale, and then I will have a bonus available for you. So once again, everybody, thank you very much for being here. Have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.